we've got Russian 1, Moran 1. And apparently on the text, this was a bit of a scrappy game.
Yeah, it was. And when I saw the score coming through, and it was Jamie Johnson who got the first, and Russian 1-0 up in the first half, I just thought to myself, right, they're back on track, because it was slow to sort of get going, but then it was an equaliser. I think it was in the first half as well, so 1-1 at half time. We haven't got the goal scorer for Moran. If you could text us through, please, 166177. Doesn't matter if it's scrappy or not. That's a bonus point, that, for Moran, a big point.
Well, Moran are 13th, aren't they, in the table?
Well, yeah, they were bottom, and that's a big point for them, and that could be the difference between them staying up, because when I look at that table now, it's looking like a Moran St John's relegation, because I think Old Boys have got enough to survive. Douglas Athletic, if I was their manager, I'd be a little bit worried, because I think they're coming down into that pack at the bottom. Douglas Royal, another outstanding point today. So, it's a good point from around, but they've got to beat the teams around them if they're going to survive in this league.
St George's 8, Laxey 2.
And when I watched the first half of this, I just thought to myself, you know what, Laxey have got a good chance here, because they were playing some tidy football. Ryan Gartland, who has played for both clubs now, and he looked quite handy, to be fair. He's got himself fit. He's always been a good player, there's no doubt about it, but fitness levels have always been something that maybe Ryan hasn't worked on, and it looks as if he's been doing some extra work, so well done to him. But no doubt about it, 2 stars today for St George's, 2 great finishing. Yes, some of them were put on a plate for them, but it was the clever football before that. But Kieran McNulty with a hat-trick, Chris Bass got 3 as well, and Connor Birch got 2 goals. So a great performance by St George's. Laxey's defence were nowhere near as good in the second half as they were in the first half, and it just gives Johnny Palmer a little bit to work on. But there's good players there. Luke Strickett-Morlin on that right hand side was a danger, getting the ball sort of over, but you could see that it just wasn't going to go for them. And Rob Stringer, the goalkeeper, you could see he was carrying an injury, and there's not a lot he could do. He had no protection in the second half, and that's why St George's had a comfortable victory.
And we've just had a text in about the Moran scorer, and it was Owen Hurt who scored Moran's goal. So well
Nick's
done to him.
young fella. Well done, Owen. And as I said before, great point for them.
And then we've got Douglas High School Old Boys 1, Corinthians 3, and a bit of controversy in this game.
Yeah, I keep hearing this, and I'm going to say it because I think it has to be said. Old Boys seem to be concentrating more on the performance of the referee than actually the playing themselves. All we seem to do is hearing the complaints of the officials. So I think they've got a man up. I think that's only the fair way to put it. Rob Ward scored the first one for Old Boys to give them the lead, and then it was Chrissy Cannell who equalised to make it 1-1, and 1-1 it was at half time. Steve Whitley got the second to make it 2-1, and then Luke Murray got a goal towards the end to make it 3-1 to Corinthians. Where the controversy is, I think there was one towards the end. They were talking to an official or something, and one of the players, Old Boys players, ended up getting sent off. To me, you don't get sent off unless you've done something wrong. So I just don't know, but it seems to be a regular occurrence now. Old Boys complain about the referee.
Moving on to Douglas Athletic 4, St Mary's 7.
Great performance by St Mary's here, and Stephen Priestnell banging form today. He got 3 goals. Carl Clark got 1. Frankie Jones got a goal. Jack McVeigh and Josh Evans, that's 2 and 2 for him. Young chairman. I think he's the youngest chairman of a club on the Isle of Man. So responsibility on the park and off the park.
Very
for Douglas Athletic. Haven't got any goal scorers, and I've got here Darren Smethurst's goal. Not the goalkeeper's goal. I don't know what that one is, but we haven't got the scores anyway.
Oh, sorry. Yes, someone did text. Someone rang in actually and said that the goalkeeper in the Douglas Athletic game isn't a goalkeeper. He had to step in.
Right.
So they were singing his praises because he did very well.
Fair play. So whoever it is, well done to him. And if the boys want to text us through 166177, we'll give the scorers a mention.
And then finally, we've got a draw between Peel and Douglas Royal. They got 3 apiece. Great
game this by the sound of it. Really good. Loads of praise coming in for Douglas Royal, and it's not from Douglas Royal. My spy in the camp, Lee Dixon, was down there, and Lee's given me a full 90-minute report in about 2 minutes, but he just said it was a great display in midfield with Taylor Andrews in there. Kyle Watson was in there, and Sam Baines, I believe, was absolutely outstanding. And the words came to me was, some player he is. Well, I know he is. He's 16 years of age and he is a talent. Dominic McCarry-Brennan got one. Taylor Andrews got a goal. Daniel Sherry got a goal as well for Douglas Royal. Charlie Higgins, another 16-year-old, hat-trick hero. Well done, Charlie. And by all accounts, good finishes by him. But I believe Douglas Royal were leading 3-2 with about 5 minutes to go. So well done to Charlie. Saved a point for Peel, and Douglas Royal's good form. Go marching on.
Fantastic stuff. Moving on to JCK Div 2, we've got Castletown 0, Gyms 4. And we had a text in saying that Matty Evans couldn't keep up with the pace of the game and in the text it says ruin the game, which is a bit brutal. But I don't know the dynamics or the ins and outs behind that.
Is that Castletown against Gyms?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. We don't... I know... We want to be fair, we want to be open on the show, but, criticising referees ain't going to help things. And they've got a process. If there's a problem with the referee, is they know they mark them each game, and then the FA pick it up, and the FA will act on it and look at it. But going public, I know you're doing your job, Rhian, and that's right, I accept that. But if we're not careful, guys, some of these referees are going to walk away from it, because when you look at the age band of a lot of the referees, they're late 50s, 60s and 70s. We're talking one at 73, 74. Sorry, Peter Lewis, if I've got it wrong. But, they give up their time and referee in a fair way. And if we're going to keep knocking them, we're going to lose referees. So, again, just be very careful about it. But, Matty's a good guy. And, whether Matty's had an off day, whatever, we all have them. But you don't need to criticise. But Jim's, Luke Fisher got one, Kieran Horrocks got a goal, Ross Crawford and Nick Clegg for Castletown. It was just one of those sort of games for them where Gyms were too strong. And you've only got to look at Gyms' results of late. They're much improved, they're going well, and it always helps when you score a few goals, and Gyms will be hoping to build on this.
Moving on, it was it looks like a tough day at the office for Pulrose. Onken beat them 19-0, but we have been told that it was a very pleasant game.
Well, it was, and give credit to Pulrose, and let me just see if I can get this message up, because this come from Pulrose, and it just says, hi Tony, Pulrose never gave up today. Jacob Thomas outstanding in defence for Pulrose with David Harding, and Pulley's keeper Josh Lew, haven't seen him but I've heard good reports about him, who made some outstanding saves. It was a very good game. 19-0 coming from Pulrose, who've just been beaten, credit to them. And very sporting. And a massive thank you to Onken Football Club for the way they treated the Pulrose fans with their good hospitality at the game.
Oh, very nice.
Massive credit to Onken. It's not fun playing in games like that.
No, of course not, yeah.
There's total respect, but at the end of the day, Onken are going, for promotion or whatever, and if it goes down to goal difference, they've got to do a job. But two standout goal scorers today. Joe Rees with 7, so Bro Dave, manager, will be happy with that one. Paul Whitley got 6, Billy Coulter got 2, Ethan Levers got 1, Paul Morris got 1, George Butler and Josh Brockbank. So it was 5-0 at half-time, 19 at the end. I feel sorry for Pulrose, because Pulrose next week, I think, is it they play Lou or Union Mills, I think it is. So there's tough games coming up for them.
Sounds like
and I
they've
think
got a good attitude, though.
Yeah, they've got Ramsey Youth Centre as well, so they've basically got the top 3 sides coming up next. So Kevin Cowan's taken over as manager of Pulrose. Legend, an absolute legend, and he's just come back from a serious illness. So to take responsibility on like this, I take my hat off to him, and I'm pretty certain he'll be looking for advice for once from his son, Liam Cowan, who manages Russian. And I'm not saying it would happen, but if we had a cup game, Pulley against Russian, there's not many, I don't think, father or sons will have managed the opposite teams into a cup game. It might have happened, but there's one for you. So we'll look out for that when the cup draw comes up. Yeah.
We've got Malou 6, Braddon 2.
Good performance by Malou in the end. It was a tight old game. Matty Ogden got 1 for Braddon. Lee Cura got 1. Ash Egan, it's Jamie Skillen got 3. Jack Gilbert got 1. Kieran Kreipner got 1. and Ash Egan got the other one. And I did have a bit of report in on this one, if we can find it. And another win for Malou today, 6-2 final score. The game started slowly, and to be fair to Braddon, they were very organised and played some really good football. They never gave up and played a really good game. And the scorers, as I say, were Jamie, Ash and Jack and Kieran. And a shout out to a very good crowd today at Clackvane, which is the home of Malou. Fantastic to see. And it says there's your game for next week. We go again next week in a game against Pulrose. So congratulations to Malou.
Nice game.
Yep.
And then we've got Ramsey Youth Centre 6, Foxdale 3.
Yeah, haven't got Foxdale scorers. If you could text us through, Alan, please, 166 177. But Ramsey Youth Centre come back from injury. Darren Hudson got 4, Jason Crane got 1, and Andy Cleater got the other one. 6-3 winners for Youthy.
Another 19-0 score, Union Mills 19, Michael 0.
Yeah, and when I saw that, I thought, wow, that's some lot of goals coming in, and I've got the goal scorers here as well. And as he said, too many scorers to send as a text. So let's give you the scores of the goal times of 19 goals. Ryan Kelly got the first after 2 minutes. Owen Quayle got the second on 7. 2 minutes later on 9, Luke Booth got a goal. Sam Kane got the fourth one on the 11 minutes. 16 minutes, Owen Quayle got another. 29 minutes, Sam Kane got another goal. Then 2 goals within 3 minutes for Jordan Crawley on 36-39. Ryan Kelly got one 4 minutes before half time, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-0 at half time. Then in the second half, 4 minutes into the second half, Sam Kane got a goal. Luke Booth then got 2 on 53 and 60. Sean Traylor got a goal on 64, and then Luke Booth got another goal on 67. Carl Uren then had a brace on 74 and 76. And then to complete the scoring on 80 and 88 was Sam Kane with 2 goals. Wow. Amazing, and thanks for the information.
It's a bit of a pummeling. What are your words of wisdom to Michael coming back from that?
Michael have done okay, but unfortunately, I think this is going to be a regular occurrence with Union Mills, because I'd like to see Union Mills, when the FA Cup draw is done in about 3 weeks' time, 4 weeks' time, to get a Premiership side, just to see where they are, because the team that they got there is brilliant. It could hold its own in the Premier League, but at the moment they're doing a job. They want to get promoted.
Yeah.
Scoring plenty of goals and another good performance.
Certainly making that happen. And then we've got Governors Athletic 4, Douglas and District 3.
Yes, and for Douglas and District, Daniel Stewart-Clegg with 1, and it was Luke Stewart got 1 and Lewis Quattro, never hear the end of that one. And for Governors Athletic, Costa Lazaroff got a goal, Mike Nash, Alex Blake, he got 1, and Rhys Westwell. Now, from what I'm hearing, it was 3-3 with not too much of the game to go, and then Rhys Westwell managed to get one over the top of the keeper to make it 4-3. So good goal by him and a good 3 points by Governors, but a good battle, 7 goals.
Moving on to Combi 1, Moran 1, Russian 7.
And let me get the right sheet.
Take your time.
Right, on that one, it was Jordan Watterson with 3. Harvey Neal got a couple of goals. Josh Tora got 1 and an own goal. Haven't got my own goal scorer.
Are you okay? Do you want some
I'm
water?
Fine. I'm fine.
Beer?
Yeah,
beer. CPR, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got St George's 5, Laxey 0.
Yeah, Kieran Chew got 2, Lucas James got 2, and Ben Wazza got the other one.
Mm-hmm. And then we've got Corinthians 8, Douglas Old Boys 0.
Tom O'Neill, Joe Middleton, Joe Andrews with 2. Well done, Joe. Adam McCulloch again. Another 4 goals for him. He's absolutely flying in this league. 8-0 at the end.
The Ayr and Ramsey game has been postponed. And then Douglas Royal 2, Peel 10.
Good battle, this one. For Douglas Royal, James Clark got 1. Kevin Ballard, well done, Kev, got the second one. For Peel, Aaron Costain, the standout, he got 4. Tom Brown got 3. Sam, buy a young fella at McDonald's or something. If he scored 3, the young lad's worth something special. So look after him tonight, please, Sam. Finn Donahue got 1. Ken Senior got 1. And I think it was Matthew Shimon got the other.
And then in Combi 2, we've got Jim's 6, Castletown 1.
Haven't got Castletown's goal scorer, but for Jim's, Darren Christoph got 3. Jordan Birchall got 1. Kevin Armstrong, thanks for the results, Kev. And Phil Ogle got the other one.
The Braddon and Malou game has been postponed, so we've got Foxdale 3, Ramsey Youth Centre 6.
Yeah, and I've got Aaron Broad, Jamie Lang, I think it is, and an own goal. We haven't got Foxdale's goal scorers.
And for the Michael Union Mills games, at half-time I had Michael 0, Union Mills 9, but I don't have the final score
I think
on me.
we've just got it through now.
Oh,
thanks,
perfect
Foxy. It was 6-1. I've got here 6-1 at the end. Owen Sherman got 2, Gaz Logan got 1, Bailey Ashton got 1, Henry Smith got a goal, and Lee Sum, well done Summy. And we have 5 16-year-olds playing as well. So it was 6-1 to Union Mills.
Good jobs, I'm not a mathematician. And then we've got Douglas in District 2, Governors Athletic 2.
And for Governors Athletic, Mikey Doyle got 2. It was 2-2 at half-time, 2-2 at the end. Robert Mellon from the penalty spot and Dylan Quayle with the other goal.